Project 30, day number 4. Project 30 is my personal challenge to myself to record a short video each day about something I'm learning about, care about, or have something to share about. And yesterday we talked about how to do the things that we don't necessarily want to do. And the key ingredient there was to try to get into a place of happiness, and then to take the path of least resistance. Now, someone asked a question today, well, what if you can't get happy? What if you're not happy? And brought up a good point, because I've had times in my life, and I'm sure you have had too, where you're just not happy, and it might be for just a little while, but it might be for days or maybe weeks or longer. And I have a couple of ways that I think can bring us out of that state, because happiness, it's just a choice. That's the first thing we need to realize. I think the best way to kind of see this and understand it is the topic of death. There are some cultures where people mourn and are sad for a long period of time, which is totally a normal human emotion. But there are other ones where their person's life is celebrated and people have the complete opposite emotion. So where's the kind of mismatch or disconnect? It's the conditioning that we're used to and brought up in. And the folks who are in those cultures who celebrate a person's life, it's extremely different. They weren't told to be sad. Now, there are still certain times in our lives where we are sad or just not happy, and I think there are two ways to really have an impactful approach in getting out of that state. One is to literally thank somebody. Call your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, a friend, anybody that you can think of that you can thank them for maybe just even being involved in your life. Just that opposite, thankful versus sad. You are not going to feel unhappy when you are thankful. So taking that literal action may just bring us a little bit out of that place of sadness or unhappiness. The other way that we can kind of approach this is you need to do something that you get joy from. Now, if the only thing that you get joy from is traveling halfway around the world, well, at some point in your life, you're going to need to do that. But I bet that's not the only thing. There are things that you are happy doing. You need to go and do those things. Now, let's say it's a massage. I feel happy after I get a massage. Now, in my mind, I might say, you're telling me to do that every day? Yeah, do it every day. Well, that's going to get expensive. Well, is your happiness worth it? Certainly is, but at the same time, I understand where you're coming from. You have to find something else that makes you happy, and there are things. You just have to pinpoint what they are. And when you are happy, it's a lot easier to pinpoint those things too. But in any case, that happiness may not last for the entire day. It might just be short. So you're going to have to follow it up with something else. But you may have these intermittent periods where you're kind of falling back into unhappiness. And that's normal, but do something again. Put it on your calendar, on your schedule, whatever you need to do to remind yourself that will bring you a little bit of joy. Something that, again, is on the path of least resistance. It may not be the thing that gives you eternal bliss forever, but that gets you just a little bit out of that current state of unhappiness. And you do that again and again and again, multiple times a day, if need be, and days on end, and we'll get out of there. So take some action first. I would say go thank somebody that's in your life that you appreciate, and then go do something that makes you happy. You got to go do it, and that will give you a different emotion that you can then build on. More coming on day 5 tomorrow.